hello, everybody. Sorry.
Glad you have some energy. I'm over the whole day.
This is fake energy because I'm so tired.
It's pretend for the lovely day we're having.
Ooh, not you freezing, friend.
I know. The Wi-Fi wants to cut as well.
It's fine.
Just had to. What else can go wrong?
Right, let's just get started.
Literally, yeah. Hi everybody, welcome to the Breakout podcast. The podcast where we speak about all things music and popular culture. I'm Carl Sienna.
And I'm Olivier.
And today we're giving you just two things today. We're giving you like a brief review of Tems' new album, Born in the Wild, and just some mention to Tyla and some stuff she's been experiencing the other day in the media. So yeah, Tems' album, Born in the Wild, was released a few days ago. 18-track album. What were your first thoughts, I guess I should say?
I actually really liked it. I didn't realize it was going to be so, like, it's long because 18 tracks is long, but it doesn't feel like it's long. Like, it doesn't feel like it drags. And yeah, I think there's a good mixture of like, I feel like she showcases her voice like very, very well on the album. And like, I've been since the album dropped, I've been like obsessed with her, and I watched her like her Tiny Desk. Did you watch the Tiny Desk?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she was so good. Like she actually has such like a unique voice, and she actually sounds exactly the same live as she does on the song. So yeah, I think her voice is very like, it's just one of my favorites at the moment. And I think vocally the album was really good. I do think there's a few songs that could kind of be left. Like I think sometimes it kind of gets a bit boring, like mainly towards like the middle bit, I would say. And then it starts to pick up again towards the end, I would say. Like literally the first half of the album is like my favorite. Like it's very, very strong. There are dips, and then I think like for me, like the last couple songs, then that's it, and it starts to like pick up again. So yeah, I think generally overall, I think it's a good effort for a debut album.
Yeah. I agree with you to the most part. I think generally speaking, it was cohesive in a sense. I feel like it was well produced, I'd say, and I think like you said, her vocals are really good. Anyway, she can sing. When she sings live, she generally sounds like how she sounds on the track, which is really good. So that's what I noticed from her Tiny Desk performance. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not ever gonna like enjoy a album that's more than like 13 tracks. Like, sorry, I just feel like there's gonna be like more than two songs that just didn't really need to be there, in my general opinion. And that is often the case, but it didn't feel too long, I guess, considering I think most of the songs are like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and there's obviously like an interlude, so I guess if you remove that, it's probably like not as long as most, I guess, albums can be. So yeah, but I thought it was good, and like I think it was a good mix of like R&B, like soul, and then like experimenting with like Afro beats and like other like sounds as well. And I do think I was thinking about what kind of artist she is, and I was thinking I do actually think she's more of like I don't know, what would you consider her? I think she's generally an R&B artist, but then she experiments with like Afrobeat sounds.
Yeah, I don't know if I think, yeah, now that you say it, I don't think I would consider her an Afrobeats artist, because her songs are not really like, they're not, so like if I'm comparing her to like Ira Star, I would say Ira Star is definitely Afrobeat, definitely Afrobeats. But Tems, yeah, like you said, I think her style kind of goes more into the R&B realm, I think, for me, especially with this album as well, because obviously there are like Afrobeats like sprinkled throughout, but I wouldn't say it's like fully like an Afrobeats album. So yeah, that's interesting actually. Now that you say that, what kind of artist she is? Yeah, I definitely think it's R&B. Yeah,
I was thinking that as well. I literally was gonna compare her to Ira Star too. I was thinking Ira's definitely like more of a like Afrobeat, like through and through artist. So yeah. What were your favorite tracks from the album? I feel like 4. I hope you don't have 10.
I think I have maybe 5. Let me see.
Okay, that's fair. Wait, I just had to.
So I think my favorite song on the album is, oh god, I can't even choose. So actually, let me just I'll tell my favorite song after. So my favorite tracks are Burning, Wickedest is just a tune. Love Me JJ, I love that. I've loved it from the beginning. Get It Right, and then I like Gangster, and then the last song, Hold On, are my favorites. I think I like Me and You as well, but I think it's a bit overplayed now. So Yeah.
Yeah. The Love Me Judge has taken over, I guess, in my
Yeah,
head.
I love that song so
More.
much. Love me,
Yeah.
Judge, love me tender.
I'm similar. I think I like my favorite songs were Burning, Wickedest, Love Me Jaja. I enjoyed Ready, because it like samples like a Lionel Richie's song. You know, I love a sample. So I was like,
You
what
do
is
love
this
us.
sound? And I had to go and like research. I was thinking. Also, I forgot. Love Me Jaja samples. No, Wickedest samples that Afrobeat song called
Yes, I was gonna ask you that. What was it called? Because in my head, I'm like, I know this song, but I was
hmm
like, what is that song called?
Oh, it's that I remember it was like Premier Girl or some like a popular Afrobeat song.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, I definitely know that song from somewhere. I don't even know where where I was listening
Yeah.
to that. But
They play it a lot at
um,
parties, yeah. So like when we were in school and college, they probably played it a lot at parties that we went to and stuff. Yeah,
so
definitely.
you so you like Burning, Wickedest, Love Me,
Love
Jeje,
Me,
and Ready.
Jaja, Ready, and I also like Free Fall with J Cole. I thought it was different, and I enjoyed
Yeah,
like J Cole's bit. Yeah, and I thought T Unit was quite quirky and funny
I like
because
T Unit. Yeah, it's quite nice that song.
yeah, as soon as I like heard sort of the title, I was like, she's gonna make some reference to like 50 Cent or G Unit, and she did make like a Candy Shop reference. I was like, of course, like why not? So yeah. Um, Overall though, I kind of thought the album was really. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good first like album like release. I felt like it was really good. Like for a debut kind of project, like a full length project anyway for her. I thought it was really really good. I was really I feel like, and I don't really feel like she's had many hiccups with terms. She's been releasing music consistently, obviously doing features and stuff, and then it just feels like okay, she's been out for like 3 years consistently now, and then she was just like put out the album. It wasn't like a big thing, and she's on RCA as well, so I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad it wasn't like a I don't know, like it seemed like a smooth kind of sailing process for her. It's just like, oh, my album's coming out this day, cool, she's on
Yeah,
tour now, boom, simple. So I was just like, okay, so I'm happy for her, but. Yeah, what were your overall thoughts on the album, I guess, and then we can give it like a rating.
yeah, I think it's really good overall. I think there's songs like Boy Oh Boy and Forever, and then like You in My Face. Those kind of songs, I feel like they're just for me. They came across as like album fillers. So I
Mm,
think that I mean, I think we're always going to be advocate for like small track list anyway. But I think the album could have literally been like 12 songs, if I'm honest,
yeah,
and
if
it
I'm
would have.
honest, yeah.
Yeah, it would have felt a bit more stronger if it was a bit less. But I think we're just in that age where people are just releasing like, long albums. And I kind of get it because obviously it's been like I think her last project was 2020.
hmm
I think it was the EP. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think we've been waiting for like 4 years for her debut album. So I think in her mind she's thinking I need to give them like a lot of songs because they've been
hmm
waiting for ages. But yeah, so I think overall it's a good album.
Yeah,
I don't know
same.
what I'd rate it out of 10. Trying to think.
Whilst you're
Uh,
thinking, I'll just, yep. Um, yeah, so like, I think the album's good as well, like cohesive, and I feel like I really like the fact it was like it felt like a jazz soul kind of collaborative album. I feel like there's lots of guitar references and involvement with guitars, which I thought was cool. And I think I was thinking about Thames, I was thinking about her instrumentals, and I was thinking they're not really loud, like they're quite quiet, so you can literally hear her voice, and I feel like her voice complements the beats and the sound she usually sings on a lot of the time as well. So you can always hear her very clearly. Like sometimes we talk about like, oh, the audio is too loud in this song, or they could have like decreased it a bit, but that's never the case for Tems. So I like that her production and her whoever's producing, or she produces she produced most of the songs as well, like with someone else. I saw she got a producer credit on most of the songs too. So she's also a producer. So there's probably that as well. She probably is very aware of the fact that sometimes a beat can drown out the voice. So yeah.
I would say her like the actual production of the songs they're quite simple, and I feel like but it's
Mm,
simple in a good way. It's like there's not too much going on. I don't like when songs there's too
hmm
much like going on, and she definitely lets her voice like take over, which makes sense because that's her biggest like asset. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was a good effort, to be fair.
Same to be honest. Also random, just a random interjection. You know, we were talking about sound and drowning out. You know, Kehlani's After Hours. I saw that she put a TikTok out. Basically, she said that the version she put out, the pitch of the instrumental and the instruments was wrong. So that's why. Because I was remember what I was saying to you. It sounds so loud and a bit chaotic when we were talking about it at one point. And I was like, I like it, but something sounds a bit loud. And then she said basically the pitch of the instruments was wrong in the whole song. So she's rechanged it. So she put the version out now on Spotify. And if you listen to it now, it sounds more. in tune. Like something wasn't matching basically when it came to it. So I was just like, it's interesting to know what her sound is and what she should kind of like sound like when it comes to beats and her voice and vocal production and sound. So good. And I'll give her like the album. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. I think.
I think I
Yeah.
would give it. Yeah, maybe 7.5 for me because I
Yeah.
actually really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think 0.5 as well. I think given it's her debut as well, I feel like she can only get better when it comes to like her music and stuff. But I feel like the songs she put out were a good representation of the album. Wicked should be the next
Yeah,
single, so I think
yeah,
Wicked
Wickedest is
should definitely be
definitely.
the next single.
I think that's definitely my favorite one. That's my
Yeah,
favorite song on the album,
me
and
too.
that's definitely single material. She suits like those kind of upbeat songs, which
She does. They suit her a lot more than like well mid tempo, up tempo. I think are
yeah,
really her bag. I think
because it's
so.
like the songs I didn't like on the album. They were like the slow kind of ones.
Slow.
Um, it's not, but I guess that's just not really a bit. That's not my vibe. I like a bit, I like a bit of oomph in a song rather than just
Yeah.
like I don't really like ballads like that. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's because, like you said, like the stuff is simple. So because it's already simple and it's also slow and simple now, it's gonna be a bit like, what is this kind of thing? So yeah, I get you.
Yes.
Yes. So cool. That was that for Thames. I just wanted to talk about Tyler briefly. So Tyler was on the Breakfast Club the other day, and the Breakfast Club is an American, I guess I would call it like a radio show, not podcast, with Charlemagne, now Jess Hilarious, and DJ Envy. And basically, Tyler in South Africa, they have like different classifications of like culture, of like ethnicity, different cultural classifications of ethnicity. So like there'll be like black, white, and then they have colored and then mixed. So Tyler refers to herself as colored, but then obviously in America, colored is considered to be like a derogatory term for like people that are not black or people that are not white, sorry, people that are like maybe mixed race and whatever. They'll be like, oh, they're colored because they've got a bit of black in them or whatever the situation is. So she's gone on interviews and said that and explaining the background behind it, and obviously it's a South African thing. Obviously outside of South Africa, she would classify herself as like, mixed race or black, whatever the situation is. But anyway, she wrote like a whole spiel
Because
on.
like every time she does an interview, they like grilling her on it now. They made that whole thing. But anyway, continue with what she said.
Yeah. So she said, now I can read it properly because the stupid images elsewhere. She said, yo guys, never deny my blackness. I don't know where that came from. I mixed with black, Zulu, Irish, Mauritian, and Indian, and coloured. In South Africa, I'll be classified as a coloured woman. In other places, I'll be classified as a black woman. Race is classified differently in different parts of the world. I don't expect to be identified as coloured outside of South Africa, but anyone not comfortable doing so, because I understand the weight of that word outside of South Africa. But to close this conversation, I'm both coloured in South Africa and a black woman. As a black woman for the culture, it's and not all with that being said, Sambe, whatever that means. Yeah, so like you said, yeah, so I feel like she should have just said that on the Breakfast Club, like what you just referenced, instead of just getting her PR person to kind of speak for her, because I think she just said it. The Breakfast Club is such a big platform, so just shutting it down like one more time, just being like, this is it, this is why I said it, this is how it is in South Africa, boom. But then instead of that, what went viral is the fact that she got her PR person to respond instead, which caused a bit more contention. And I think the Americans are finding it difficult to understand that there's life outside of America, so people have different like cultural
That
classifications.
that part. That part. I feel like if any situation or anything that happens, America just really think that they're the only place in the world, and it's like they honestly like they get confused about things that we even like in the stuff that we do in Europe sometimes. And they get confused. I'm just like, it's literally another part of the world. What don't you get about that? So
Exactly, it's
it's not
just
it's not like
different.
she's yeah, exactly. It's not. I mean, if they say coloured in South Africa, that's what they say. It's not. We're not in a position to like tell them how to like live their life or what to say to be honest. But Americans have a weird thing with race anyway. I think
Hmm.
they're very like yeah. When it comes to like even like mixed race people and stuff, they're very weird about like I
Yeah,
don't
they
know
would say
what
you're
it
black.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I feel
Um,
like when you do say like a mixed race person is black, especially because you're 50-50, it's like you're denying one half of them. But then at the same time, that's how they classify people. So I can't go to them and be like, well, to
yeah,
me,
exactly.
obviously over here in the UK, it's like, oh, he's mixed race. But then in America, it'll be like, oh, you're black, and it's just like, okay, well, that's how they say it. So that's the thing. I don't know if they'd appreciate people kind of telling them how they should like classify certain things. So I guess it's just what people do in their country. So yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, but yeah. They should just stop asking her the question because she's said it
Yeah,
now. But but like you said, it was weird that she didn't just say it on the actual show, which is,
yeah.
I guess that makes it a bit more of like a. It kind of made it seem like she was trying to hide from it, but oh well.
That's the thing. I think she's obviously been asked before, and then probably like just got tired of being asked. But again, because the Breakfast Club is a big platform, it would make sense to just kind of just answer it there and then. And then I think it would have been left alone. Like then after that, yes, I feel like if she had been asked again, then she could be like, "Look, I'm not answering again. I've already said it on so many platforms. Go and YouTube it." And then yeah, so
It's such a weird thing that's what they're like focusing on. Like, why do
yeah,
you care so much? But
people are looking for any reason to kind of get at her. It seems I've noticed like anything she kind of does, it seems like people are looking for a reason to kind of like drag her, and she's kind of unproblematic in a sense. So it's like any little thing she does, she's got to walk on eggshells now, which is why I don't think she wanted to answer because she probably thought if she says it in a certain way or doesn't say it correctly without thinking about it, then it's gonna come across a certain kind of way. So she thought, let me just get my PR to person to just shut it down.
shut it down. Right, yeah,
Yes,
that
yes,
brings it
yes.
to the end.
It does. Thank you guys for listening and watching as always. If you guys are on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what to do, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And we will talk at you next time, which will be very soon. I'm at Cole CNN.
And I'm at Olivade.
Peace out.
Peace.